45 Taiwanese foods we can't live without. From models of flavored shaved ice to chicken cutlet as big as your face. Taiwanese eating always comes with superlatives. Small yes, and a lot of them, are the big thing in Taiwan. The culinary philosophy here is eat often and eat well. Sure, there's the internationally accepted 3 meals a day dining format, but why so limited when you can make like the Taiwanese and indulge in gourmet snacking at any time of the day? The Taiwanese capital, Taipei, has around 20 streets dedicated to snacking. Every time you think you've found the best street-style bao, the most incredible stinky tofu, or mind-blowing beef noodle soup, there's always another Taiwanese food shop next to present it. The island's food is a smash-up of the cuisine of the Mainland, Teochew and Hongking Chinese communities, along with Japanese cooking. It's a culinary love-in with diversely delicious upspring. Arguments about the best food on Taiwan risk ruining relationship and lifelong friendship. Food is serious, is respected, is the accident in Taiwan. Braised pork rice. Where there's a whiff of smoke from the kitchen chimney, there will be Ru Fan, goes with Taiwanese saying. The popularity of this humble dish cannot be overstated. Ru Fan is almost synonymous with Taiwanese food. The Taipei City government launched a braised pork rice is ours campaign last year after Michelin's Green Guide Taiwan claimed the dish was from Shandong province in mainland China. A good bowl of Ru Fan comprises finely chopped, not cut minced, pork belly, slow cooked in aromatic soy sauce with 5 spices. There should be an ample amount of fattiness, in which lies the magic. The meat is spooned over hot rice. A little sweet, a little salty, braised pork rice is comfort food perfected. Number 2. Beef noodle. You know a food is an obsession when it gets its own festival. Beef noodles soup inspires competitiveness and innovation in chefs. Everyone wants to claim the title of beef noodle king. From visiting Nu Baba from one of the most expensive bowls of beef noodle soup in the world, to a serendipitous foray into the first makeshift noodle shack you spot. It's almost impossible to have a bad beef noodle experience in Taiwan. Ling Dong Fang's beef shacks with ardent noodles in herbal soup are a perennial favorite. The street-side eatery's secret weapon is the dollop of homemade chili butter at its best. Number 3. Oyster omelette. Here's a snack that really showcases the fat of the land in Taiwan. You've got something from the seed and something from the soil. The eggs are the perfect foil for the little oyster easily found around the island, while sweet potato starch is added to give the whole thing a gooey chewiness, a signature Taiwanese food texture. No wonder the soup was voted best snack to represent Taiwan in a poll of 1,000 Taiwanese by Global Views Monthly a few years back. Number 4. Bubble tea. Bubble tea represents the QQ food texture that Taiwanese love. The phrase refers to something that is especially chewy, like the tapioca balls forming the bubbles in bubble tea. Instead, this unusual drink was invented out of boredom. Liu Han threw some sweetened tapioca pudding into her Assam tea on one fateful day in 1988, and the great Taiwanese culinary export was born. Variations on the theme include taro-flavored tea, jasmine tea, and coffee, served cold or hot. Number 5. Milkfish. How popular is milkfish in Taiwan? So popular that it has its own themed museum in Anping, and there's a milkfish cultural festival in Kaohsiung. The boning fish might pose a challenge for amateurs, but it's loved for its tender meat and economical price tag. Milkfish is prepared in numerous ways. In a congee porridge, pan-fried, as fish bowl soup or breast. For home-style preparation, retro izakaya-style restaurant James Kitchen serves pan-fried milkfish with lime. A bowl of scallion lard rice is a great compliment. Number 6. Slack season danzai noodles. You've gotta love a place called Slack season, and it should be one of the first pit stops on any culinary trip to Taiwan. The iconic eatery originated in Taiwan about a century ago. A fisherman sells noodles during the slack fishing season, and the joint became so successful he quit his original trade altogether. The signature bowl of slack season noodles is served in shrimp soup with bean sprouts, coriander, minced pork, and fresh shrimps. The bowl of comforting flavors is so addictive that a man from Tainan supposedly ate 18 bowls in a row at a restaurant. Number 8. Gua bao is a hamburger, Taiwanese style. A steamed bun sandwich, a hearty filling over breast pork belly, pickled Chinese cabbage, and powdered peanut. The filling is chopped into small pieces and mixed together, so there's a bit of everything in every bit. Western hamburgers might benefit from the same treatment. Take a big mouthful and enjoy of the salty, sour, and sweet flavor and the greasy pork swimming in your mouth. Number 9. Iron egg. It's called iron egg because it's so tough. These chewy eggs, little eggs dyed black from long braising in soy sauce, are a highly addictive Taiwanese food. Often made from cow's eggs, the protein balls are cooked for hours in soy sauce, then air-dried. The process is repeated over several days until the snack becomes tough and acquires the desired amount of chewiness. Number 10. Pineapple cake. This iconic Taiwanese pastry, mini pies filled with candied pineapple, is one of Taiwan's best food souvenirs. For one of the best pineapple cake experiences, try Sunny Hills, which uses only local pineapples. The result is a darker filling, rougher texture, and a sour taste. The pies at other shops are filled with a mix of pineapple and chewable bits of winter melon. They have a fruity sweetness and a golden casting of crumbly, buttery pastry. The worst they replace pineapple completely with winter melon to cut costs are committing to big no-no. Number 11. Tempura. Tempura refers to fish paste that's been molded into various shapes and sizes. They fry them both in a broth. Before eating, the pieces of solid fish paste are taken from the broth and smothered in brown sauce. Doesn't sound like much, but tempura delivers plenty of sweet flavor and chewy texture, making it beloved Taiwanese food. The food is basically a Taiwanese take on Japanese oden, with more serranos, tougher fish cake, and a signature sauce. When you finish the bit of fish cake, there's more to eat. There's more to come. Get some soup from the wonder and add it to the remaining sauce in the bowl. Number 12. 肉圆. 肉圆 is a Taiwanese mega dumpling made with a dough of rice flour, corn starch, and sweet potato starch. It looks almost translucent after cooking. Pork, veggies, and sometimes eggs are stuffed inside and gravy poured on top. It's believed Ba Wan was invented during times of scarcity. A simple pork dumpling becomes a luxurious snack enjoyed only during the Lunar New Year festival. Number 13. Fried chicken. Taiwan deserves a special place in the fried chicken Hall of Fame. Not only has it met the giant fried chicken cutlet, a cult classic, but its popcorn chicken is dangerously addictive. The chicken is chopped into bite-sized pieces, marinated, dipped in batter, and deep-fried. A generous sprinkling of salt and pepper completes the Morn's muscles. It's a ubiquitous snack on the city street. Number 14. Flaky scallion pancake. There are few things more appetizing than the sight of flaky scallion pancake being slowly torn apart. Add cheese and egg fillings to maximize the visuals. Devour this night market staple in a few bites to ensure it stays steaming hot and chewy. Number 15. Oyster Merceles. A bowl of great oyster merceles should have a thick, flavorful soup base, while the thin rice noodles and oyster retain their distinct texture. Some people add chopped intestines for a funky dimension to the soup. It's a gooey, slurpable dish with an intense, brimming taste. Number 6. Stinky tofu. This could be the world's premier love-eat or hated snack and Taiwanese do it just right. The fragrant cube of bean curd is deep-fried and dressed with sweet and spicy sauce. If you hold your nose, it looks and tastes just like a plain oil piece of fried tofu, with a crisp casing and soft canter like pudding. But what's the fun in eating that? Inhale deeply and relish the stench. The smellier the better. Number 17. Sweet potato. Leaving taste, smell, and nutritional value aside,
The sweet potato stands out for an open, particular reason among Taiwanese food. It's shaped a bit like this island. Taiwan-grown sweet potatoes are added to soup with ginger, roasted by street vendors in ovens converted from oil drums, ground to a flour and added to other dishes to give texture, or fried into sweet potato chips. As long as the below root vegetable is in it, Taiwanese love it. Number 18. Shaved ice mountain. One good thing about the hot, humid, and stormy Taiwan summers is its excuse to eat shaved ice mountain. A pile of shaved ice is heaped with fresh fruit and flavoring such as mango pieces, juice, and sweet condensed milk. The result is super appealing just by look alone. A more traditional tech uses freshly made mini rice bowls. Number 19. Paper cakes. A must-try at Rohi Night Market. Paper cakes are crispy pastry pockets filled with juicy pork that's infused with aromatic bites of black peppers. Back on the wall of a claw oven. The pies are delicious owing to the pepper blend. It's more than one, or you only have to wait again in the long queue for more. Number 20. Dumplings at Din Tai Fung Dumpling House. 小笼包 might be a Shandongese delicacy, but some argue that Taiwanese perfected it. Taiwanese restaurant Din Tai Fung does its 小笼包 commemorates proud with its succulent pork sauce dumplings. Din Tai Fung's bite-sized 小笼包 have a consistently high quality. The paper-thin wrappings held rich hot broth and tender pork meal balls. Gasper can be heard intermittently at Din Tai Fung as diners brave the scalding hot soup that squeezed out upon biting the dumpling. Number 21. Fishbowl soup. What's better than fresh seafood? Bowls of fresh seafood, of course. Look for handmade fish bowls in Taiwan. They tend to have more air in the bowl, thus allowing more broth to be soaked up. They also have a buncher too. Number 22. Rib stew in medicinal herbs. This is the Taiwanese version of baked called the Chinese meat soup that's also popular in Singapore or Malaysia. In Taiwan, the soup is slow cooked in Chinese medicine, extracting the essence from pork bones and more than 14 nutritious herbs, roots, and dried fruits. It's yummy and good for you too, especially for keeping warm in winter. There isn't much to eat on the limb's bones, but the point of the dish is the soup. Don't be shy to pick out the bones up and suck the juice off. It might even be considered strange if you don't. Number 23. Goose. Geese bred on Taiwan farms are never wasted. From the skin to the blood, they are made into delicious dishes. Salted and smoked geese in Huey are revelatory. Every bite of the juicy goose meat with slightly smoked skin tastes like a pure celebration of poetry. Or you could try one of one of bolster-like point balls of steamed rice topped with goose, chili oil, and XO sauce. The rice grains are the ideal vehicle for goose fat and flavor. Number 24. 顶边错. 顶边错 is a bowl of slippery rice flour pasta. Rice flour batter is poured along the side of a huge heated wok, sliding and spreading along the hard metal and forming slices of rice flour noodle. When dried, the sheets are cut into smaller pieces and become very thin and very chewy noodles when cooked as 顶边错. 五家顶边错 is a century-old family business. Its dining 饼边错 is served with ham-make pork cake, shrimp, cabbage, deli, and bamboo shoot. Number 25. Taiwanese sausage with sticky rice. Taiwanese pork sausage alone is a superstar at night market, but when served as a snack translated as little sausage inside baked sausage, it's practically unbeatable. It's like a hot dog, but instead of a bun, sticky rice is stuffed inside sausage casing to make an oversized rice sausage, less than slit open to stuff in a pork sausage. So it's a little sausage inside a big one, get it? Number 26. 麻薯. These glutinous rice balls are soft as marshmallows and filled with sweet salty things. The most traditional mochi are filled with red beans paste and rolled in peanut powder. But in recent years, strawberry jams, sesame paste, green tea jam, and peanut paste have become popular fillings. You can learn how to make mochi at a Royal Taiwan Mochi Museum. Number 27. Latin soy sauce breast food. No matter what you choose from Latin food way food style, it'll take on the taste of the signature first spot soy sauce. It's a little sweet, not too salty, and very aromatic with cloves, star anise, cinnamon, and other spices. Pick your preferred ingredient and the chef will cook it in a pot of special sauce. It's a perfect light meal before a big night out. You should expect it to wait in nice, as the chef never rushes. He takes his time to allow the food to absorb the sauce. Number 28. Sun cakes. Originating in Taichung, the sun cake is just a flaky pastry filled with maltose. And yet, this sweet nothing has come to represent Taichung City and is a souvenir sought out by visitors. Countless suncake shops flourish in Taichung, all claiming to be the original store. But maybe it's time for them to shine. The genuine origin suncake store, Taiyuan Bakery, closed down when the 68-year-old was dedicated to retire. Number 29. Tube rice pudding. Sticky rice and Chinese mushrooms are fried with seasoning and stuffed into a bamboo tube together with pork and egg. The tube of the rice, is steamed again to further soften the texture until it becomes cylindrical pudding. Migao started making its iced rice pudding in a stove under a bridge more than 4 decades ago. The business has since expanded, but the rice pudding stays the same. You should be sure to add the homemade turnip-laced sweet spicy sauce to the tasty. Number 30. Taiwanese breakfast. 3 elements to start a day right with Taiwanese food include sesame flat bread, deep-fried Chinese donut, and soy milk. Blogger Joan Ash from A Hungry Girl's Guide to Taipei says her favorite breakfast is from Fun Can. I love like thick sesame flat bread at Fukan because it has a slight sweetness, a thin crispy layer, and soft center from the coming straight out of the hot metal barrel. Many sesame flat breads are dry and flaky, but Fujian shows why layers often a half-hour wet layer on the weekends. Number 31. Pig's blood rice pudding. This mix of pig's blood and sticky rice is stuck on the end of stick like lollipop. For the final Taiwanese touch, the pudding is coated in a sweet peanut powder. Vegetable star Mingling show how named pig blood rice cake as one of his favorite snacks on his recent visit to Taiwan. If it's good enough for Lin, it's good enough for us. Number 32. 3-cup chicken. 3-cup chicken is cooked in a cup of rice wine, a cup of oil to a cup, and a cup of soy sauce. To this Taiwanese culinary vinaigrette is added fresh basil, chilies, and garlic for an irresistible combination. Some kitchens have a different definition of 3-cup kitchen, involving a cup of wine, a cup of sesame oil, and a cup of sugar. Number 33. Danshui age. Age comes from Japanese average, which are deep-fried tofu pockets. Taiwanese age are stuffed with mung bean noodle and sealed off with fish paste. A typical sweet spicy sauce completes the snack. The tofu soak up the soup is cooked in, so each bite brushed with broth. Paired with a soy milk, the age makes a great savory breakfast. Number 34. Ban Tiao. Ban Tiao flat rice noodles has such a rabid following that many Taiwanese will drive long distance in search of the most authentic bowl. The thick, flat, savory noodle made from glutinous rice are part of the Hakka culinary tradition and best sample in Kaohsiung's Menong district. Stir-fried ban tiao with pork has a rustic taste and texture. Many find the dish more comforting when served in hot soup. Number 35. Hot Star Large Fried Chicken. According to Taipei Times report of 2011, Taiwanese devour more than 250,000 fried chicken cutlets a day. Peeled atop each other, that would make a chicken cutlet toward 10 times as tall as Taipei 101, the island's tallest skyscraper at 508 meters. go to hot star from the original oversized chicken cutlet. The enormous slice of meat, as big as your face, is very moist with crispy crust. A generous coating of white spice powder and pepper give it kick. Starting a small counter at Shilling 9 Market, Hot Star is now a Taiwanese food franchise present in Hong Kong, Malaysia, and Singapore. 36. Anything with cuttlefish. Taiwan gets a lot of cuttlefish, and grill stations spiked with cuttlefish skewers can be found everywhere in the southern tip of the island. Although a thick cuttlefish soup with herb and veggies is a typical Taiwanese winter warmer, one of the best ways to enjoy the milk soak is fresh out of seawater straight onto the charcoal grill. A smoky aroma, dark grill marks, glistening fruit fish edge, and the dusting of salt and pepper make out the sense. Number 37. Ayu jelly. Very wobbly and hardly tasting of anything. Ayu jelly takes on the flavor of whatever it's eaten with. Add it to lemonade and shaved ice for a refreshing summer drink. The jelly gives the liquid a fun, gloopy texture. Number 38. 皮蛋豆腐. Black, white, and thinly blended pindan 皮蛋豆腐 isn't a likely candidate for a love at first bite fan. But after a few tries, it becomes a minor addiction for many eaters. 皮蛋, or century egg, is a dark egg preserved in clay with seasoning. With time, the egg white turns into a translucent black jelly and yolk develops a unique flavor. It's topped with sesame oil, vinegar, and soy sauce, coriander, chopped spring onion, and sometimes pork floss. Make it up and it's ready to eat. Widely available at local restaurants. Number 39. Steamed spring oil. To describe it as a non-deep fried version of spring roll would be unfair. A round bean steamed spring roll was invented before the spring roll. Every Taiwanese household has its own recipe for round bean. During festivals, families gather at the table to have a round bean wrapping party. Each person chooses their own fillings from a buffet and rolls with their own round bean. Besides serving delicious round bean, Xingye at Taipei 101 also refers an incomparable view of the city. Number 40. Spicy hot pot. Taiwanese are made for spicy hot pot, and who won't be? The bubbling pots of broth are filled with all sorts of Chinese herbs and spices to create a rich flavor for all the raw, fresh ingredients, and that diners will dip into it. Now hot pot places pop up in Taiwan every day, each with a green make to attract irresistible hot pot dinner. There's all you can eat hot pot, and you could serve at the same table. There's bubble tea hot pot for the jaded. But it's ordinary spicy hot pot with quality ingredients that stands for the best of time. While Taiwan's spicy level don't come close to champions, they're pretty fragrant. Had to perennial hot pot favorites and the Raymond Taiwanese for Glam Taiwanese hot pot experience. Tiger stripped chicken guabao. At many places, tiger stripped chicken guabao can be thought of as Taiwan's answer to the Big Mac at a new restaurant in Kaohsiung. However, the humble dish gets an upscale treatment. The restaurant uses pumpkin and edible bamboo caracal powder to create a yellow and black striped bun. Then fills it with deep-fried and braised chicken fillet in soy sauce and tomato sauce. The restaurant is a sweet and sour flavor that's different from typical guabao. Number 42. Chicken wing rice roll. The chicken wing rice roll makes the impossible possible, eating chicken fried rice in a night market with one hand. A boneless chicken wing is stuffed with fried rice and marinated in a heavenly combination of sesame oil and secret sauce. It's so good it started a chicken-wrapped rice craze in Kaohsiung's Rinfing night market, with various fillings such as kimchi, fried rice, and curry rice. Number 43. Giant pork balls soak. The best pork balls are made from fresh meat, hand-ground and pounded with a mallet until it attains a doughy texture. The giant pork balls in stock sold from Taipei's Xingdong night market are as big as baby's fist. Their size as well as their holes pumped in the meatballs during the pounding, locked in an amazing amount of juicy and flavor. The Chinese name illustrates the experience of eating one vividly. The literal translation is bursting juice giant pork balls. Pork balls are sometimes mixed with ingredients such as Chinese mushroom and cuttlefish to enrich texture and add flavor. Number 44. Wu Baochun bakery bread. Bread in Taiwan? Seriously? We hear you thinking. But this isn't just bread we're talking about. It's from Wu Baochun, a world baking champion with many award-winning loaves to its name. The bread that won the international baking competition Coupe du Monde la Barry in 2010 is the bakery lychee rose bread. It's made with mulled wine, lychee and rose petals. Wu Baochun also won the Louis Free Cup in 2007 and a silver medal at the 2008 Bakery World Cup. Another signature of the store is wine logan bread with smoked logans, French wine, and California walnut. Number 45. Biandang. A lot of Taiwanese have a love-hate relationship with Taiwanese biandang, the takeaway lunchbox that packs rice with a main dish, usually a type of meat, and small, often unappealing side dishes such as fried and preserved vegetables. It's convenient, quick, cheap, and generally decent way to go. Biandang isn't one of the most delicious foods in Taiwan, but it's a staple for countless working parents and busy urbanites. Biandang with chicken cutlet is a good biandang choice. Found at convenience store